Bumgarner, Goldschmidt, familiar foes from their matchups in the National League West. Goldschmidt now does his damage for the Cardinals in the Central Division. For Bumgarner, the goal tonight is clear. Be the stopper. Game 3 of the series, Giants-Cardinals, and it's coming up next. We are back at Busch Stadium in St. Louis as we get ready for Game 3 of this 4-game series. It's the Giants, it's the Cardinals. Welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, and it's powered by Xfinity. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Sean Estes. Well, the Giants will send out to the mound Madison Bumgarner. Madison Bumgarner knows the deal. He's got, maybe 5 starts left before the season ends. He knows how many wins Bruce Bochy needs for 2,000. And that's really on his mind when he pitches tonight.
Yeah, and the team hasn't won in 4 games. They won. The last time they won was actually when he was on the mound. So, yeah, he knows that. He goes out there and pitches to win every single game. But, yeah, there is extra incentive this time of year. You're trying to get Boch 8 wins. You're trying to get this team back on a winning streak, and he takes a lot of pride in that. And he will be on the road where he struggled a little bit this year, but I expect to see the best of Madison Bumgarner tonight. We always see that when the team's losing. He wants to put the team on his back and get him back in the win column.
All right, Jalen Davis is in the lineup with Madison Bumgarner on the hill. Stay tuned. We'll take you to our NBC Sports Bay Area studios for an update, and we'll do that right after this. Winds are light, and it is partly cloudy. All right. Giants need a win. They've lost 4 straight. And the lineup that Bruce Bochy will throw out there tonight behind Madison Bumgarner will be, it's brought to you by Southwest Airlines, it'll be Yastrzemski, Posey, and Belt. Longoria is the cleanup hitter. Brandon Crawford's got ownage on Waka. Then it's Pilar, and then the Major League debut of Jalen Davis. Corbin Joseph, the former A, will hit 8th, and Madison Bumgarner will hit 9th.
And on the mound for the St. Louis Cardinals, 28-year-old right-hander Michael Wacha. He's making his 20th start of the season. He's 6-6 with a hefty 5.07 ERA, yet he's coming off his best start of the year, where he pitched the season-high 7 innings, gave up just 3 hits and 2 runs against the Reds. And 6 starts against the Giants. He's 2-0 with a 1.5, and how he's going to get Giants hitters out tonight is fastball, changeup, cutter, and curveballs. See a lot more changeups to the left-handed batters than you will to righties. A lot more fastballs to the right-handed batters. Here's who'll be playing behind Michael Wacha tonight from left to right. Azuna, Bader, and Fowler around the infield. Edman, DeYoung, Wong, and Gold Glover Paul Goldschmidt. And the Gold Glover Yadier Molina will be doing the catching tonight.
Giants lost on Monday 3-1. They lost last night 1-0. Yastrzemski in a game where the Giants only had 2 hits. He had them both. Here they are. That broke up the no-hitter. And this one made things interesting in the 9th.
And that was all she wrote last night for the hits for the Giants.
So here's Yastrzemski, who's never faced Wacha before. There's only 4 Giants in this lineup that have faced Wacha. Big, tall right-hander as he looks into Yadier Molina, and the first pitch of the ball game is high. So first pitch is 6:46. Two balls and no strikes. Yastrzemski hitting at .269, 18 home runs, 48 driven in. Overshift is on, and he fouls it back. It's the spot that he likes. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. This is a severely red-hot Cardinal team. And you look at what they've done. They've won 20 of their last 25. And they're 3 games up on the Cubs in the Central. Here's the 2-1. 3-1. Who's calling these? Jansen Visconti is the home plate umpire. Then it's Blazer, Nelson, and Las Diaz from first to third. The pitch. Swing and a miss. There's your non-3-1 fastball.
Yeah, it's a cutter. I mentioned he's fastball, changeup, curveball, cutter, but he'll throw any pitch at any time in the count, as we just saw right there. 3-1 cutter. Now you don't know what you're going to get.
Looks at foul. You got a fastball. Buster Posey on deck, and then Brandon Belt. The Giants have lost 4 straight. They're still over 500 on the road on the season. They're 36-34 on the road. And the payoff. Out of play. The Giants and Cardinals have played 5 times. The Giants took 2 out of 3 in San Francisco. And like we mentioned, the Cardinals have won the first 2 games in this series. So it's a record. The Giants against the Cardinals this year, 2-3. And a walk to start out the ballgame.
On a changeup. You'll see a lot of changeups to left-handed batters. 31% of the time, to be exact. He'll throw that changeup anytime.
And that's where he wanted to throw it. He didn't want to throw it for a strike.
No. Yastrzemski did a nice job and laid off of it.
Here's Buster. Buster played Monday night and went 1 for 4. And did not get into the game last night. Yastrzemski, not a base stealer. He's not slow. He's just not a base stealer.
Yeah, he can scoot.
Buster 1 for 9 lifetime against Michael Wacha.
He can go from first to third on a single. He's always looking to stretch the extra base. He's aggressive on the base paths for sure.
Right on the outside corner to even the count at a ball and a strike. The game tomorrow, and then the Giants will be in Los Angeles on Friday night. Yastrzemski with his lead, he goes. It's a hit and run and a base hit to right field, and Yastrzemski is going to stay on the move to third. Very nicely done.
Well, we haven't seen a whole lot of hit and runs all year long, but when we do see him, it seems to be Buster at the plate. Yastrzemski's on the move, and Buster gets a perfect pitch to go the other way with, and he's so good at doing that when he wants to. 94 fastball away. Hits it right where the vacated Colton Wong was. It's perfection right there on a hit and run.
Yeah, you could see also Yastrzemski took a peek right when Buster made contact, so he didn't need Ron Wotus at all. Here's Belt. Belt jumps on the first pitch and fouls it back. Belt hitting .229, 16 home runs, 54 driven in, 0 for 4 on Monday. And Belt went 0 for 4 in the game last night as well.
He's 0 for his last 11, so he's due right here. All he's trying to do is get a ball up in the air. Worst sac fly.
You can almost see the disappointment in Belt that he did not put either of those balls in play.
Yeah, those are pitches he expects himself to hit, not just hit, but drive. Those are, first pitch was a fastball in the zone. That was a hanger right there that you should usually do some damage with. When you're in a funk, you end up fouling those off.
Up and in at 96, and he stays alive.
Well, that's Walker's best bolt, 96. I mean, he's 92 to 95 consistently, around 93 with the fastball. But he has a little reach back velocities we just saw.
Got him.
And tougher to hit when it's up in the zone like that at 95. And a 2-strike. Yachty wants it down and in. He misses up out over the plate, but according to the scouting report, that's where you'd get Brandon Belt out with 2 strikes.
This will be the first time Longoria has ever faced Walker. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Longoria in this series, 1 for 4 on Monday, 0 for 4 last night with a couple of strikeouts. See the defense? Cardinals do not over-exaggerate a whole lot defensively.
Well, Walker obviously trying to pitch for a ground ball, and how do you do that? You keep the ball down in the zone with movement. Evan Longoria looking for something up he can drive.
On the ground, foul, and it's a quick 0-2.
The Giants already have more action tonight than they did all of last night. Not a runner in scoring position against Flaherty, who was incredible last night. And even in the first game of this series, they only had 2 opportunities with runners in scoring position. So when you do have those opportunities, you need to capitalize.
He'll pitch for the strikeout here. It's 1-2. You talk to the Cardinal people. This was a spot where they needed a starter, and Walker raised his hand. Got him.
Now changeup inside. He doesn't throw a lot of changeups to righties, but that was a perfectly executed changeup. Yachty wants it inside. He throws it, doesn't miss the glove, and Yachty does such a good job of framing that pitch. It may have missed by an inch or 2, but too close to take if you're Evan Longoria. And like you mentioned, Walker, he's only pitching on 3 days rest.
So here's Crawford. Crawford's the guy you want up against Walker. He's 7 for 11 with 4 doubles and a triple. No balls and 1 strike.
Well, according to the velocity, he wouldn't know that he's pitching on 3 days rest.
Maybe he throws the ball harder on 3 days rest.
Maybe they figured something out with this guy. He's kind of been up and down this year as far as in and out of the rotation. Changeup right there. I mentioned this is 20th start of the season. He lost his spot in the rotation a couple different times to Genesis Cabrera and Daniel Ponce de Leon. Made 5 combined starts, and Walker was in the bullpen for a while. Pitched better as of late.
One and two.
And ever since the hit and run with the runners on first and third, he's executing pitches. It's a tough pitch to hit. 95 inside, right on the corner.
Slow to third. Edman throws. And Walker pitches out of the jam. First and third, nobody out. A spot, then Wong Goldschmidt, and then Ozuna hit the home run last night to beat the Giants. It'll be DeYoung, Molina, and then Edman. Harrison Bader will hit 8th, and Michael Wacha will hit 9th.
Well, the bump tonight for the San Francisco Giants, making his 30th start of the year. 30-year-old left-hander Madison Bumgarner. 9-8 with a 3.62, 177 strikeouts and 176 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's going to get Cardinals hitters out tonight. Fastball, cutter, slider, whatever you want to call it, curveball, and changeup. He's been tough on lefties this year, only batting $187 against them. He's going to see a few of them tonight. Jalen Davis making his debut out in right field.
Have fun tonight, kid. Here's Fowler. Fowler on the first pitch pops it out of play. He's in the leadoff spot for the 3rd straight game. 1 for 4 on Monday and 1 for 4 in the game last night. Only 11 hits in the game on Monday between both teams, and only 7 hits between both teams yesterday. The 0-1 pitch, and Fowler takes down low. Cardinals are 20 games over 500 at home. They're 45 and 25. Fowler on the ground to Crawford, and Crawford makes the play.
Here's Giants defense, and it's brought to you by Geico from left to right. Yastrzemski, Pilar, and making his debut, Jalen Davis. Around the infield, Longoria, Crawford making his Giant debut. Joseph, Belt, and doing the catching tonight will be Buster Posey.
There's the youngster, Joseph.
Saw him about a week ago in Oakland. Played second base in one of the games against the Giants.
Wong takes the ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Nine and 8 this year for Madison Bumgarner. On the ground to Belt. Belt will take it himself. 2 outs. And here's Goldschmidt.
Well, that's what you want to do. You want to get those 2 guys off the base. You don't want to have them on base with Goldschmidt coming up. There's one guy in this lineup to see Madison Bumgarner and had success off of him. It's this guy, Paul Goldschmidt, 343 lifetime. You see 343, 3 home runs, triple, 5 doubles. 67 times they faced each other.
Popped them up. Joseph. 7-pitch inning for Madison Bumgarner. Giants will try to do better. They get runners on base. Pilar to lead things off. St. Louis 0-0. As Kevin Pilar will lead things off. Pilar takes a breaking ball down low. Pilar 0 for 4 on Monday. And 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts in the game last night. On the ground to third, and on the backhand is Edman. He throws high, but Goldschmidt on the bag, 1 out. So here's the young man, Jalen Davis, with his first major league at bat.
Right field and making his major league debut, number 49, Jalen Davis.
Sure, the heart's pumping right now. You don't get many debuts. You only get one of them.
His family is here, and there they are. The first pitch you see in the big leagues should not be a curveball. It shouldn't. Should be a rule. 2 pitches in, he hasn't seen a major league fastball yet.
No, he'll get one. I'm sure he'll get one at some point tonight.
Well, there it was.
It was. He showed a good eye. I mean, he earned his way to the big leagues. He tore it up in the minor leagues this year after getting traded.
3-1.
I mean, he tore it up before he was traded with the Twins, but in 3 minor league stops this year, he batted .306 with 35 home runs and 94 RBI.
They said when I got to the big leagues, I would see 3-1 fastballs.
Well, I'm sure you saw a bunch of those in the PCL. Not here.
On the ground to third. High throw, not in time. This time, Tommy Edman could not make the play. And I'd like to see that as a big league hit.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Edman's been really good defensively in this series so far. Javis gets jammed. Edman comes in, has to make a quick throw across the diamond. We know Davis can run a little bit too. He's hustling down the line, snipping his first first base hit in the big leagues.
They get the ball.
They give him a hit. Get the ball.
They got to get the ball. I'm sure they got the ball. Here's Corbin Joseph. Well, you're right. They said the kid could hit.
He's batting 1,000. He can hit, he can run, he can throw.
Strike to Joseph.
Talking about another guy that lit it up in the minor leagues this year. See the numbers right there with Oakland. And it was in Vegas, a good place to hit, but those are still pretty impressive numbers wherever you are.
He played Pepper with the bleachers today during batting practice.
Yeah, we saw him against the A's. Played second base, but we didn't see him put the ball in play. He walked a couple times.
This will be a double play. It will not be a double play. Colton Wong just threw wildly.
I think he had a little bit more time than he thought that he did.
That's a bad for Corbin Joseph.
Yeah, Davis is hung out to dry, and then he's thrown across his body. Probably should have set his feet, had time to do that, and still make an accurate throw.
Here's Bumgarner, 7 for 54 on the year. And he takes a strike. Yeah, there's the hit. Van Mullins flips it into the seats. Dummy ball.
You got to go under the net now. You can't make that mistake of just throwing it over the dugout to get rejected.
Dummy ball.
Someone will write all over the ball and say something funny.
One and two.
Bum's not looking to get a single on his 8th hit of the year. As always, takes a good rip at it. Hit one out of the stadium yesterday during batting practice.
Off the end of the bat, coming in is Fowler, and he's going to put it away to end the inning. Ozuna to lead things off. For detail. For one.
Congratulations. He had to earn that one.
This was the only run. Take a look at the hanging curveball.
He didn't miss it. When you get him, you hang it, you bang it. And he did.
He pitched great last night.
He really did. Ozuna had the best at bats against him last night. He snapped an 0 for 19. He only had 3 at bats last night, though, as a lot of hitters did in both lineups.
Ozuna takes a high strike. He's 5 for 15 off of Bumgarner. One of those 5 hits a home run. Overall, hitting at 263. His home run yesterday was his 25th. Paul DeYoung and then Yadier Molina. On a play, on a fastball in, it's 1-2. Foul. Nice play. Somebody had Ozuna playing in the right spot.
Ball dudes here have been solid, both left and right field. Right field line made a nice play last night. Not to be outdone.
Two and two. Garner taking a little bit more time. Into the gap into right center field. Davis takes a different route, but he tracks it down.
Hey, Giants fans, with the Xfinity X-Fi, you get the ultimate control of your in-home Wi-Fi. Pause the Wi-Fi on any connected devices, see who's on your network, and more. This is beyond Wi-Fi. This is X-Fi. Take out the cheat sheet.
It worked. Here's DeYoung hitting at 244. Two for 6 in the series as he takes a strike.
Made me chuckle a little bit watching Jalen Davis go after that ball in right. He's been playing in the PCL for a while. That ball carries a little bit more.
Yeah.
It looked like he thought that ball was going to be in the gap. Took a different route to it and realized, oh wait, it's not hit that far.
Waits on this, DeYoung does, and he fouls it to the backstop. Popped up, Belt, backpedaling on the grass. 2 outs. Take a look at this base hit last night. It's one of the strangest you'll ever see.
Oh my goodness. I mean, you're not going to see that all year. I mean, you'll see some actually hit the dirt, maybe roll back in. That landed on the grass. That was crazy. He needed that one too. He was 2 for his last 24.
Here's Molina hitting at 277. 8 home runs, 48 runs batted in. And he takes a strike. He's at 25 at bats lifetime against Bumgarner with 7 hits.
Check out the defense. Joseph just shaded up the middle a bit.
See a lefty Webb in the bullpen. They were not sure how long they were going to let Walker go.
Well, they mentioned 3 days rest, that the bullpen would be up early in the game. Could end up being a bullpen game for the Cardinals today. Coach probably thought that might be the case. If you look at the lineup, I mean, it's lefty, righty, lefty, righty. Staggered the lineup today, thinking that might be the case. That they may go to the bullpen early. Didn't want to load his lineup up with just lefties.
Hit well to left, but Yastrzemski's got room, and that's going to end the inning. Third inning coming up, top of the order.
Bay Area is brought to you by Kelly Moore Paints. Go where the pros go. Kelly Moore, the painter's paint store.
No score. Michael Walker is out of the game. It's going to be Tyler Webb when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Yeah, Tyler Webb on for the 54th time this year, 1-1 record with a 3.35 ERA. Take a look at the hits per innings pitched. Very good. Almost a strikeout in innings pitched. And the opposing average has been solid this year. He's been very good in this St. Louis Cardinal bullpen.
Yastrzemski drew a walk to open up the ball game. And he takes high. 1 ball and no strikes.
Webb not a hard thrower. 90-91 has a changeup and a slider.
2-0.
Kind of a funky over-the-top delivery.
Well, he's having a meeting with himself right now.
It's an odd time to be in a game. Third inning. Walker served as more of an opener today.
Out of play.
Throw 90-91 with a straight fastball. You've got to have some deception with that. He's got kind of the quick arm, the short arm out over the top. I had to guess it gets on hitters a little quicker than they think.
There's a strike. Two and two with Buster Posey on deck. Out of play again.
I mean, lately we've seen lineups from Boch that when you face a righty, you're going to see 7 or 8 lefties in that lineup, or right-handers in that, left-handers in that lineup. But today he staggered them, probably assuming that Walker was going to have a short leash, and then you don't want to be susceptible to a left-hander coming out of the pen.
No swing, says Laz Diaz.
Good take. According to the box, it looked like it might have been a strike.
High drive to right. Yastrzemski out of here. And it's 1-0. Home run number 19.
Well, that had to feel good for Mike Yastrzemski. It's been a while. He's been scoffing a little bit at the plate. He got a 3-2 pitch that he liked. Didn't miss it. Fastball inside. Webb doesn't miss the glove, but Yastrzemski's ready for it. We saw him last night turn on some fastballs inside too.
Buster on the first pitch rolls it foul to Ron Wotus.
Watch the swing again, and that's where you get Yastrzemski out. That's the scouting report, and he's made some adjustments at the big league level. He realizes guys are going to pitch him inside, so he's been more on time for that pitch.
Spencer hits it twice. It's 0-2. They're on a hit and run base hit in the first inning. See the rookie home run list moving up. Julie Davis, my first year with the Giants in '82. Buster on the ground to third for Edman. One out.
Saturday, September 14th is Fellowship Night at the ballpark. Special event ticket will give you access to a Fellowship Day Giants tote bag, a ticket to the Giants-Marlins game, and a post-game concert with contemporary Christian music artist Chris August. Enjoy a 6:05 p.m. first pitch. Tickets are available at sfgiants.com/special events.
Belt takes down low. Belt struck out. They're stacked in that dugout.
Not a lot of room left, is there? And there'll be more coming.
You got to get there early for a good seat. It's like going to the movies.
Yeah,
the first rule, if I were there, was all right, rookies are in the back.
Right.
Veteran guys, you're in the front.
Or you got to stand up on the stairs there like Logan Webb is. You're not getting a seat.
Belt lines it into center field. Bader's coming in. He dives. He can't get it. It's off his glove, and Belt's going for two. Here's the throw into second, and it's not in time. I thought Bader had it, to be honest with you.
Well, we saw him come in on a ball last night just the same way. He dove and made the play. That ball was tailing away from him a little bit. Made it a little bit more difficult. But with his speed in center field, you see the ball tailing away from Bader, so he has to take the angle to it and just... He dives for it, just couldn't quite get to the ball, and then it bounces off, and Belt was smart there because saw Zuno got the ball, which is their worst outfield arm. He was able to slide into second base, although he is walking it off a little bit over there.
Here's Longoria, who took a call third. Strike, and it's 0-1.
There's StatCast AI, powered by AWS. Sixth longest home run this season for Mike Yastrzemski, 412 feet. I think he got that one.
Longoria with kind of a half swing.
Second on the club in home runs now, Mike Yastrzemski is with 19. Pilar got 20 the other day. Yastrzemski's going to try to get 20 later on this game. Be the second 20-run home run hitter on the Giants this year.
This is off the glove of DeYoung. Belt is going to motor over to third. How in the world did he miss that?
I don't know, but Brandon Belt did a nice job of base running right there. Did what you're supposed to do, not freeze. He went back to the bag. The ball off Longoria's bat. That ball must have been doing some funky thing. It might have snaked on DeYoung a little bit at short. Didn't look like he really had a beat on it from the get-go. And Brandon Belt went back to the bag and then realized it went out to left field and ran to third base. So nice job of base running.
So pitching coach Mike Maddox comes out.
As always, Mike Maddox talking into his hand. Didn't we say he does that because Will Clark saw that his brother Greg Maddox said he was going to pitch him in, or
fastball in?
Fastball in.
Grand slam. Playoff game, 1987. Wrigley Field. I know you weren't even born yet, but
I was born. I remember it.
89, I beg your pardon. I was trying to get it earlier so that you were born. Pitch to Crawford, and he takes outside for a ball, 1-0.
Gave Longoria a single on that, didn't they?
I believe they did. They better, even though the ball should have been caught. Two and 0 to Crawford. A nice cool breeze has rolled in here into St. Louis. It was 77 degrees at first pitch.
Feels good. Perfect night.
Crawford to pop up out of play.
Crawford up in the same situation he was up in the first inning, although there's only one out this time instead of two. But first and third, they're trying to cash in. Weren't able to do it in the first.
The 2-1 pitch is not a pitch at all.
Crawford had to be licking his chops a little bit when he got to the yard today. He said he was 7 for 11 off a walk. Unfortunately, only got to see him one time. Now he has to face the lefty.
Almost to the backstop, 3-1. Even though my kids are older, I still like to say happy birthday to them. So my daughter turned 30 today.
Oh.
So Dannon, happy birthday.
That's a big one.
It is a big one.
Happy birthday, Dannon. And she really can't celebrate like she probably wants to. She's 8 months pregnant.
That's true. And to the backstop. And Belt scores.
Well, they'll take it. You don't see many wild pitches with or pass balls. That's definitely going to be a wild pitch, but even with Molina behind the plate, he seems to knock everything down back there. But that was a straight dart at 83. Nothing Molina could do with that one.
So we're going to get a new pitcher. We'll let you know who it is when we come back. Giants are leading 2-0. And you mentioned it was my daughter Dannon's birthday. I was in the hospital with my wife Michelle while she was delivering Dannon, and this was going on at the same time as the Giants had one of the all-time great games. You see 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th, 5 in the 9th, and I can still hear my wife Michelle yelling at the doctors to turn off that blankety-blank TV. Trying to have a kid here. Oh my goodness.
How could you? It was a great game.
Time flies. Honey, it's my job. Yeah. Where are you sleeping tonight? Here's Pilar. On the ground, into the hole, and a base hit. And they're going to wave in Longoria, and the throw is way offline. And coming through with a base hit is Pilar. And he got that hit off of Ryan Helsley.
Yes, he did, and he wasted no time. And that's what you love about Pilar, is he's up there ready to hit. Hunting the fastball, first pitch, got it. Hit it in the hole for a 77th RBI of the season. There's Ryan Helsley right there on for his 15th time. Low ERA, less than 14 hits, only 25 innings pitched. Strikeout an inning. He's been solid. He's a hard thrower. Those 97, 98.
Here's Davis. He shoots one towards the hole, and they're going to get a force play at second.
Well, Davis figured he'd follow suit with Kevin Pilar and ambush the first pitch, but Helsley threw a little wrinkle into it. Saw his first slider of the game since he's come in. Showing Pilar some love.
Here's Corbin Joseph, who hit the ball right on the nose, but it was a line drive at Colton Wong. And Joseph not wasting any time as he fouls this one down the left field line. The Cardinals have a chance to pick up a half a game on the Cubs. Cubs are not playing today. They have a day off. Cubs will play in Milwaukee starting tomorrow. And right now they're 3 games up. The Cardinals are on the Cubs in the Central. Breaking ball for a strike. More on Corbin Joseph. See the numbers that John mentioned earlier in Las Vegas. He's 30 years old. He's taking advantage of another opportunity here in the big leagues. Base hit left field. Crawford comes in to score. It's 4-0. Nice stroke.
That was a nice swing. Opposite field approach. A little 2-out lightning right there. RBI. Nice job right here. The pitch was only 100. He ended up serving it the other way. Take a look at the swing from the side. Nice flat swing. Not many guys turning around 100 miles an hour, but hey, you can still hit it hard the other way.
Yeah, Bum likes a good fastball, so we'll see what he gets here. Swing. Ain't gonna miss.
Well, of course he gets a slider.
You know, this gives me a chance to say hello to my old friend Joe Morgan. Take a look at the elbow. Joe, you had to be loving that swing, Joe. No balls and a strike to Bumgarner. And a one hopper. And both runners move up. That's good as a. Would you say that's a wild pitch? Yeah. All right.
I don't know how much more wild you can get. Didn't quite land on the grass, but close to it. Hell's his curveball. Fastball, curveball, slider. Bum saw a slider on the first pitch and then a wild pitch on the curveball.
He will guess too. And you know what? He's not bad at it.
Well, if he guesses slider right here and he hangs it, you got a shot. But I think you got to sit fastball against someone throwing this hard. You don't want to miss it.
They don't want to throw him a fastball.
Yes.
It's 2-2.
Even if you throw 100? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
They don't.
It doesn't appear that they.
That's respect. We've seen some of his better at-bats come against the hard throwers. Never forget the at-bat against Aroldis Chapman.
Playoffs.
Playoffs.
Stays alive.
I'm just telling Molina right now, come on, guy. I just saw triple digits. Give me one of those.
He was not happy in his last start. He got some fastballs. And he didn't do anything with it. He was not pleased. There's one. It's 3-2.
And even when he gets a fastball, it's not a strike. Bet you he throws him a slider here.
On the ground, foul. Well, was it a slider?
Yes. 88-mile-an-hour slider. It's unbelievable. Never seen a pitcher pitched so much like a hitter before than you do with Madison Bumgarner.
He got the fastball and a swing. Ain't gonna miss. Yastrzemski opens up the inning with his 19th home run of the year, and it's bye-bye baby. Giants score 4 times. It's 4-0. 25 years old. He weighs 190. He's from North Carolina, went to Appalachian State, drafted by the Twins. Traded to the Giants on July 31st in the Sam Dyson deal, and went off to Sacramento and just continued to hit the ball all over the place. And if you talk to the people in Sacramento, they will tell you, yes, he can play a very, very good center field.
But the Giants have a pretty good center fielder out there themselves, so he's going to be in right. A strong arm.
And if you ask Mike Yastrzemski what his best position is, he will tell you center field.
So you got 3 center fielders out there. That's pretty good.
Not bad. I think that's just the way Madison Bumgarner would like it. Edman takes a ball, 2 balls and no strikes.
And another thing Madison Bumgarner likes is a 4 spot. He doesn't get those very often. His last 3 starts, he's had a total of 3 runs while he's been in the ball game.
Line to left, and Yastrzemski can't get to it. It'll be a double for Edman, and that's the first base runner. For the Cardinals.
Edman's been impressive. We've seen him in this series. Who we haven't seen is Matt Carpenter. He hasn't started a game. That's because this guy Edman's been so solid, not just at the plate, but also defensively. I've seen him make some really good defensive plays. There's Carpenter there. We used to seeing him just destroy the Giants in the past, and it's kind of nice not seeing him, but this kid Edman's been doing pretty well.
Here's Bader. Bader 0 for 3 on Monday, and then yesterday he came back and went 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Well, he waited on that one and had a good swing at it, but he fouls it back. It's 0-2.
Well, if Madison throws that one again, he's going to want to bounce it or throw it down and in. That was a hanger right there. You don't really get away with those more than once.
The pitcher on deck. They're knocking that one down.
That's what Bum does so well. Makes that adjustment from one pitch to the next. Hung a curveball, and then he came back and bounced one. Feel that release point out front.
The 1-2 on the ground to Crawford. Crawford gets a nice hop and he throws him out. Remember, Bader runs good.
Yeah, you better get rid of it. Bader running down the line. He's one of the quickest from home to first you'll see in the big leagues. Crawford did a nice job getting rid of that ball and keeping the runner at second base.
Here's Helsley. I can't imagine Helsley's had too many at-bats this year. Well, I'm going to tell you, he's 1 for 2. He's hitting .500. And he swings at the first pitch and he rolls it foul.
Surprised he even has an at bat. He hasn't been up for very long. I mean, he's been recalled 6 times this year. He's been up and down. He's kind of been their yo-yo guy in the bullpen.
Through the legs of Buster Posey, who grabs it on the carom. And moving to third is Edman. Well, that's a significant 90 feet. Now you got to pitch for the strikeout.
Yes, you do. Bum throws a curveball. I've seen a couple wild pitches in this game to a Gold Glove catchers that haven't been able to come up with it because they've just been really difficult pitches to stay in front of. What are they doing?
But Jeff Nelson's gotten into the act somehow. Did Bumgarner just say something at the very end to him?
Yeah, they were yelling at each other. Not sure what it was about.
Got him.
Bum might yell at the umpires, get frustrated, and a lot of times you think that's going to affect his next pitch, but he just throws a perfect curveball down and in. Now he's laughing about it. He needed a strikeout there, and he got it.
So here's Fowler. Fowler bounced out to Crawford. And he takes another strike. And it's 0-2.
Well, that's pitching with the slider right there. Throws a front door slider, then he backs it up with a backdoor slider, both of them right on the corner. That's what makes Madison Bumgarner so good, is that he can pitch to both sides of the plate with not only his fastball, but also with his slider and his curveball.
There's Buster Posey digging it out.
Well, that's trust with your catcher right there. Almost the same spot that went to the backstop when Edman was on second base, but Buster did a nice job of knocking that one down.
So 1-2. Doing 2.
Yeah, well, there's a good reason why they do trust each other. Most games ever with the Battery. Bum and Posey, 200 games. That's a lot of games.
Yeah, Brenly and Mike, Marichal and Haller. Tom Haller, known more for trading for broadcasters. The 2-2 pitch. Tapped slowly. Charging Longoria. And it's going to be an infield hit for Fowler and a run.
Well, do or die play with Fowler's speed. Swing and bunt by Fowler. Running out of the box, knowing he can beat this one out. He can get himself an RBI, and you see Fowler running hard down the line. Longoria had one play at that, and that was the bare hand. Tough play.
Wong lifts one into center field for Pilar, and it's going to fall. Well, not much Bumgarner can do.
No, but it makes that wild pitch with Edman on second base now come back to bite him. And obviously Wong got a hit, so he would have still scored, but he may have pitched a little bit differently with the runner on third and 2 outs.
Goldschmidt popped out to Joseph at second base in the first. 2-0.
Well, this is the guy you definitely want to be careful with. They have history. He's had 3 home runs lifetime against them. Seen him quite a bit. You do not want to give in to Paul Goldschmidt. 29 home runs on the year. And you definitely want to be on the same page as your catcher.
And tight.
Well, at this point, you got to pitch to Paul Goldschmidt like there is a base open, even though it's third base. Because you are way behind in the count. You still got a corner pitch.
So the walk loads the bases. .42 pitches now for Bumgarner with Ozuna at the plate. Ozuna hit the ball well, but Jalen Davis tracked it down in right field.
And this is where the first pitch is a big pitch in this situation. Just walk Goldschmidt. It's got to be quality, though. This is where you want to get ahead. First pitch strike. Put the hitter on the defensive. Control the at-bat.
Pitch down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Loves to hit with the bases loaded. And he'll be looking for a pitch right here. 2-0. So right now, Bumgarner grinding.
He's grinding, but he's pretty good at grinding. He finds a way most of the time to get out of these situations. See if he can work his magic now, down in the count.
Fowler, Wong, Goldschmidt. Foul to the backstop. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And he just will not give in. Slider 2-0, bottom part of the zone. It's a perfect pitch. You know what you're going to throw, but you got to execute it. And that's what Bumgarner does. He slows the game down. This is where, as a young pitcher, the game starts to speed up on you. You start to grip the ball a little bit tighter, and you make mistakes.
See where Buster sets up. Right there, 2-2.
He's got ice in his veins. Convinced. This has the ability to make that perfect pitch when he needs to. Good curveball.
This will be pitch number 47 coming up. Well,
that was a little louder grunt than we're used to hearing from Bumgarner. Might have overthrown that one a little bit, trying to go glove side inside to Ozuna. Flying open and leaving it up. Oh, here's the pitch right now. It could be the ball pitch of the game so far.
Well, whatever Bumgarner thinks his best pitch is, this is what you're going to get here. And it's was that a slider down and in?
That was actually his curveball, 81. Threw a little bit harder than normal. A little more west to east action, but it was a good pitch because the zone has got to, it's close enough, you got to swing at it, but you're not going to do much with it.
Three-two pitch. Got him. Right at the knees to end the inning. How about that?
It's amazing. As we celebrate Star Wars Day, the first 20,000 fans will receive a giant Star Wars Brandon Crawford bobblehead presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Tickets are always available at sfgiants.com.
Yastrzemski pops it up on the first pitch. Playable. 1 out. Here's Buster Posey.
Exhausted after that last at bat. Ozuna last inning. Garner gets out of it. Minimal damage.
2-0, bases loaded to Ozuna. And he strikes him out looking.
Well, he got him thinking breaking ball the whole at bat and then ends up just throwing a fastball right down the middle of the plate. And you're wondering what a hitter's thinking in that situation. Well, he's thinking I'm going to get another breaking ball. And he doesn't. Locked him up. But to be able to trust that pitch right there and just believe that it's going to work, that's brave.
Belt is on deck. Another really good crowd tonight. I'm sure we'll have a terrific crowd tomorrow as well. Buster out of play.
$12:15 tomorrow, huh? Early one.
Is that what it is?
I think so. Day game, getaway day.
Buster out of play. Pre-game live will be at 9. Plus, it's nice to have the full squad back tonight. As John Miller got into town today, just in time for Dave to leave tomorrow. So we have a full squad for.
We'll be back to 3 tomorrow.
3 tomorrow, 3 on Friday. Mike will join us in LA on Friday. And then full squad Saturday and Sunday. 2-2 pitch. Buster takes low, 3-2.
That's a nice take. Good curveball by Helsley.
On the ground, into the hole, and a base hit.
Good take. You get rewarded with getting a fastball, and you do something with it. It's got to feel good.
There's the full squad, including Darren Chan, who is infatuated with his phone.
He's locked into something up there.
Yeah,
What's going on?
When we go out to dinner with Darren Chan, we make him give us his phone.
Like a kid.
Yeah, he is. He's
take his phone away from
playing
him.
a video game.
Candy Crush. Working Candy Crush right now.
Here's Belt. Belt takes high, 1 ball and no strikes. Belt hit a double off the glove of Bader in the 3rd inning. High fly ball to right. Fowler back. Fowler at the wall. Fowler catches it. And Belt can't believe it. Belt's got the Gumby shoulders right now.
He does. He may take 5 minutes to get back in the dugout.
He's done that now a couple. He did it in the 9th inning last night.
Just got under it a little too much. They say too high sometimes. Last night wasn't high enough. He hit a line drive out there last night that Fowler made a great play on. May have saved the game for the Cardinals. And tonight he just got under that one. Like, what do I got to do?
Longoria is 1 for 2. And he takes a strike. Waka, Webb, and now Helsley.
And we'll more than likely see a few more tonight out of that Cardinal bullpen.
One and two.
This kid's got good stuff. Throws hard, got a late slider, got a good over-the-top curveball.
Slowly hit. And then he'll go the short way, and that'll end the inning. Bumgarner comes back out. It's 4-1 Giants. Jonathan Broxton and a miracle. The Giants beat the Dodgers on that night at Dodger Stadium 5-4, and that was Uribe's gone. It was a thing of beauty. That was the magical September that got the Giants into postseason as they had to overtake the Padres, who had like an 8 or 9 game lead.
And you never get tired of seeing the Jose Uribe finish the follow through on the home run, the hand up and the good bat drop.
Awesome.
It was awesome. Juan Uribe, I should say. I think Jose played a little bit before his time.
Strike call to the Cardinal shortstop, Paul DeYoung, who popped out to Belt in the 2nd inning. A lot of pitches thrown by Bumgarner in the 3rd, but Not that many in the first 2 innings as DeYoung hits one, gone. Solo home run is 4-2.
He's got a lot of power. That's 25 on the year for DeYoung. Yeah, it's just a 1-0 fastball. He tries to go inside, leaves it over the middle part of the plate up a little bit. And DeYoung did what you're supposed to do when you're ahead in the count. And you get a pitch like that, he didn't miss it. Up in Big Ack land.
Here's Molina. Molina hit one fairly deep to left that was caught.
Still haven't found the replacement bulb up there for the M.
Get out of play. It's 0-2.
It's a long way up there.
I agree with my partner, Mike Krukow. Just break out the duct tape. You can fix anything with duct tape.
Neon yellow duct tape?
Well, just put something up there temporarily. Get duct tape and a Sharpie and you're good to go. Now 1-2 to Molina. Bounce to third, but foul. The 1-2 pitch. Poked into right field. Davis will move over and under.
Here's the home run that DeYoung actually broke the bulb on the M that put it out of commission. That was on August 19th.
Well, isn't a broken M better than no M?
I think I'd say so.
Yes.
Yeah, the M's just missing altogether.
I know
They
probably
sent
had
it
to
out.
ship it somewhere to get it fixed. But Edmund doubled in the third.
He almost put out another one. The home run he just hit.
Yeah, he did. It was close. Went over that. Tapped to Bumgarner to Belt. 2 outs. And here's Harrison Bader.
Bum would like to see a quick inning here. An efficient inning as far as the pitch count goes. He threw 28 in the third, labored through that inning. I'm sure he wouldn't mind getting in the dugout, getting a little blow.
Bader takes a strike. He rolled out to Brandon Crawford in the third inning. Lifts this one out to Yastrzemski. And Yastrzemski reaches up and makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. DeYoung's home run makes it a 4.
To you by River Rock a Chevy Blazer on Saturday, September 21st. Details at riverrockcasino.com.
Take a look at the arch and the score. Giants are leading 4-2. Ryan Helsley will face Brandon Crawford. No strikes on the pitch high. The first hitter that Helsley faced is on deck. That's Pilar, and then Jalen Davis. Crawford takes a strike.
Helsley is stretched out more than most of the guys in the Cardinal bullpen. He did start 7 games at AAA this year. The longest outing he has had in the big leagues has been 3 innings. He's working on 2 1/3 right now.
And the 1-2. Got him. So, well, NFL kickoff, Packers-Bears Thursday. The winner of the season of the NFL kicks off on NBC with the league's most storied rivalry. Packers-Bears Thursday at 4:30. Here's Pilar. Pilar on the ground, and on the first pitch, again, a base hit to left field.
He's not going to walk a lot, but he is ready to hit, and he does get a lot of base hits on that first pitch.
Here's Davis, an infield hit in the second, and then he reached on a fielder's choice in the third. And the ball gets away from Pilar. That could be a pass ball. This is what his first big league hit looked like.
He probably didn't envision that as being his first big league hit, but heck, he'll take it. They all count the same.
Pitch is outside. I'm looking at the scoreboard. It looks like they ruled that as a wild pitch.
Looked like a pass ball.
They don't do pass balls here in St. Louis.
Not with
no,
that.
no.
Was he got 8 Gold Gloves back there?
Yeah.
Couldn't have been a pass ball.
3-0. He can play around with Davis. He's got Joseph on deck, and then Bumgarner. So he can play around with either Davis or Joseph. He's going to have to go after one of them. You know what? I think if you're Davis, you want that to be called a strike.
You want to hit right here. Yeah. Count leverage. Throw that again. You're hoping you get that same pitch and don't miss it.
So there's the walk.
That's a good take.
Is that another 3-1 fastball?
No. Those don't happen anymore.
Here's Joseph, who hit a line shot into left field for a base hit that knocked in a run in the third.
We had a nice approach in his first at bat against Helsley. Like you mentioned in the third, just whacked it the other way. 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
You know, nowadays you see these guys that come up from the minor leagues. It's not like they don't see guys that throw 100 in the minor leagues.
No, there's good arms up and down minor leagues now.
They just may not know where it's going.
Which has got to make you feel a little bit more comfortable at the big league level. Yeah. At least they know where it's going most of the time.
Out of play. Bumgarner watching from near the on-deck circle. Pilar at second, Davis at first. So good speed on the bases. And tight, 2-1. The pitch, 3-1. Well, Corbin Joseph has seen the kitchen sink.
He sure has, and now he's way ahead in the count. Can hunt a fastball here. Doesn't mean he's going to get one, but if you do get one, you want to do something with it.
Three and two.
He did not get one.
See what happens here. See if the runners go. They do not. Driven to right. Fowler's got a beat on it. Pilar tagging. He's going to go to third. Bumgarner's going to hit with runners at the corners.
Caught it just a little out front. Another slider. Didn't have his lower half in the swing, but still thought he hit it pretty good off the bat. Bum's going to get a shot.
Bumgarner struck out in the third. He was unhappy. He got a fastball and missed it. He's going to be unhappy because he just got underneath this one. And that's going to end the inning. It remains 4-2. So Randy Arozarena is going to pinch hit. Giants lead 4-2. Arozarena, and then the top of the order. So for Bumgarner, this will be pitch number 61. And it's a strike on the outside corner. Two for 8 for Arozarena. A couple of singles.
I'm not sure they went over the scouting report on Arozarena before the game, talking about Bumgarner and Posey. So when you face a guy for the first time, you don't really know what he can do.
15 home runs between AA and AAA.
So you know he's got a little bit of pop. He hit for average, 344 in AAA this year. Something moving is always a good bet. Breaking ball.
This is down the left field line. It's going to be a fair ball. And it'll be a leadoff double.
The My Teams app is your source for live stream Giants games. The My Teams app also has all the news and notes on your favorite teams, updated all day long, every day. Giants, Warriors, Sharks, Niners, Raiders, A's, and Kings. Get highlights, articles, podcasts, and much more. It's all in the My Teams app, so check it out.
Fowler had a little dribbler to third, picked up a base hit in the third. Swinging a foul back. This is the third inning in a row the leadoff hitter has reached.
And Bum was frustrated himself after the curveball he threw to Rosarina. It was too good of a pitch with 2 strikes. And now he's got work to do here in the 5th.
Fowler bunts it foul. It's another good 2. Colton Wong and then Goldschmidt.
You're way ahead in the count. You want to pitch for the strikeout here, or at worst, make him pull the ball to the left side, keep a Rosarina at second. Bum checking a Rosarina out at second base. I'm not sure if you saw the speed on the double.
Knocked down 1 and 2.
Rosarina had 17 stolen bases this year, 92 minor league games, so you know he can run a little bit. Typically with a lefty, that's the time the guy with speed will try to steal third.
Bounced foul. .68 pitches for Bumgarner. Nobody out here in the 5th. Foul again off his foot.
That hurt a little bit.
One ball, 2 strikes. On a play. Fowler reaching.
He's making Bum work. Fouled off some really good cutters, 3 straight.
Lifted out to left. It'll be Yastrzemski coming in. So he had Fowler out in front. And here's Wong. Time for Buster Posey to have a visit. And I'm not sure they're trusting what they're calling with a runner at second base. So. If that's the case, then Crawford needs to know.
Everybody's got to be on the same page. You want to know, as a middle infielder, what sign he's going with so you can relay it to the second baseman.
Outside to Wong. Wong blooped a little signal into center field in the third.
More importantly, you don't want this runner at second base to know your signs, or at least to give location.
Two-0 pitch. 3-0.
Well, this is definitely not a pitch around with Goldschmidt on deck. Bum's just lost his release point in this at bat on that cutter. He's the only lefty in the lineup for the Cardinals tonight. Bum's been awfully tough against lefties this year, but when you don't see a lefty but once every 9 at bats, sometimes more difficult than when you see 2 or 3 lefties in a lineup.
Three and two as Bumgarner went right at him.
Usually you get so accustomed to facing a right-hander and the way you're going to attack them, and then a lefty gets up there. It's just kind of odd when you're only seeing 1 a game. Tough to get that release point dialed back in.
Outfield straight away. 3-0 to 3-2. Into right field, a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third. And now Goldschmidt's coming up. So Cole Wong just enough.
Yeah, 3-2 count, just off the end of the bat. Just over the outstretched glove of Joseph, but hit it hard enough, and Davis was crashing hard enough to where, and a Rosarina, a tough one to say, had to hold up because he wasn't sure if Corbin Joseph was going to catch the ball, so that's why he didn't score. He had to freeze.
Goldschmidt has popped out and he's walked. This is the third straight inning that things have been stressful for Bumgarner. No balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, after the first 2 innings, 6 up, 6 down on 14 pitches, he's really had to labor through the next 3. I mean, 4th inning only had 11 pitches, but he did give up a leadoff home run. That's a nice 2-pitch combination. A good slider down below the zone, and then a fastball up and away. Way ahead in the count here. Paul Goldschmidt pitching for the strikeout, throwing her on third and less than 2 outs. That, or best case scenario, would be a nice ground ball to Brandon Crawford.
Had a pitch out over the plate, and he fouls it straight back. Bumgarner ready. Instead, it'll be a soft toss to first. Giants scored 4 runs in the third. They've had opportunities. And Bumgarner now pitching to Goldsmith with the count of 0-2. Fouled above us.
These two guys have faced each other so many times. 65. 64 at bats now for Goldschmidt. A lot of times as a hitter, I'm guessing probably start guessing a little bit. Patterns maybe that Bumgarner's fallen into in the past. Maybe looking for a certain pitch. The key is for the pitcher here to outthink the hitter.
Runner goes outside to Bluff, along with a stolen base. That's his 20th.
And he guessed right. The left-hander, you got to go first move. Got a good jump. And now it takes the Giants out of the double play. Now you're pitching for a strikeout.
Hit well into right center field. Pilar, Davis, off the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Goldschmidt is going to stop at third. And this game is tied.
Didn't look like he hit it that well off the bat. Just flipped the bat out there. He's off balance, Goldschmidt was. And he hit it right in the perfect spot, right in the gap. Both Pilar and Davis, who haven't played together this year. Davis has the only shot at that ball and wasn't able to come up with it, and bounces off the wall. Goldschmidt's easy, gets a stand-up triple.
So now the infield is in. Low 1-0.
There's another look at Davis. He's got the only shot at this ball.
Right off the end of his glove.
Yeah, he saw that wall, and I wouldn't say it was a gator arm, but he couldn't quite get outstretched enough to get it. And that was a tough play. I mean, you're worried about the wall, you're worried about Pilar. Kind of at that point, just hoping the ball finds your glove.
On the ground to Longoria. Throws him out. Nice play.
Great play, saved a run. And the double for Ozuna. Kept it a tie game. Stabe getting loose in case things get out of control here in the 5th.
DeYoung homered in the 4th. Look out.
Everybody okay? Looks like it.
Foul back, Nothingham 2.
Steinbrenner got to get his team back in the dugout. Keep it a tie ball game. Probably if you can get out of this inning with minimal damage and pitches, that you may see him go out back out for the 6th.
Garner and the 0-2 pitch. Here it is. And a pop-up out of play.
Thirty pitches this inning. 28 pitch third. Really, it's been those 2 innings that jacked up the pitch count.
Out to Yastrzemski. This will end the inning. And the Cardinals have tied it up. And for the Giants, it'll be the top of the order coming up. And a ticket. Pirates 645, sfgiants.com/special events. It's a 4-4 ball game. Dominic Leone is the new pitcher when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts.
Yeah, and he's on for the 35th time this year, and since being recalled from Memphis on August 22nd. He hasn't a lot of run his last 5 2/3. Fastball, cutter, and slider is what he'll feature.
High to Yastrzemski. A walk, a home run, and a pop-up to the third baseman, Edman. Chases, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Cardinals have crawled back with a run in the third, a run in the 4th, and 2 in the 5th. Giants opportunities in the 1st and in the 5th. And did have a base runner on in the 2nd and in the 4th, as it's 2-1 to Yastrzemski.
Yeah, Cardinals pitchers haven't had a clean inning all game. The Giants have had base runners. They've had some opportunities. They definitely cashed in the 3rd with 4, but haven't been able to add on since then. Nice late cutter from Leone. Goes cutter around 90. Slider comes in a little slower, around 84, 85. But yeah, you can tell the difference.
Three and 2. '28 or older, most home runs first major league season.
He's got a chance to catch Ryan Schimpf and pass him up. Del Bisonet is going to be tough to catch. You never know.
Never know. Got him.
Yastrzemski asking if that came back over the outside corner, and he's going to go check it out and see that it did. Late cutter just clips the outside part of the plate. Molina doing a nice job of framing that pitch. Well, maybe not. Could have gone either way.
Here's Buster, who's 2 for 3.
That's the thing nowadays. You can go back into the dugout, go right down below, and there's going to be a video of showing exactly where the pitch was. So you can find out if it was a strike or not.
Now you can instantly be mad.
not going to be happy either way if you strike out, but I guess you'll understand a little bit more if it's a strike that you didn't get.
The 1-1 to Buster Posey. Belt to follow. Three and one. You're going to go back to the mound, rub up the baseball. It's 3-1. Well, if you're looking middle in, you didn't get it.
95-mile-an-hour cheese on the outside part of the plate. Perfect pitch. You should be looking one pitch in a 3-1 count.
Yeah.
Do some damage with.
And a base hit for Buster Posey, his third of the game. Here's Belt. Belt thought he had one in the fourth, but Fowler caught it in front of the wall. Be getting a swing back.
He's hit some balls hard the last couple nights. Hasn't had a lot to show for it. He's 0 for his last, was 0 for his last 11 before the double.
Away, away, away.
But more important, he is starting to square some balls up.
Foul back. It's 0-2 away again. It's a good number though, Leone.
Yeah, I'm digging it. Double nickel. $55.
John Estes' old number.
Tim Lincecum's old number. A lot more pitchers have it these days.
Belt, another one to right, and another ball into the glove of Fowler.
Don't quit hitting it to Fowler so hard. Try another guy.
Playing pepper with the right fielder. Here's Longoria, who's 1 for 3. On the ground slowly to short for DeYoung. Oh, everybody's safe.
What just happened?
And that's not on Wong. That's on DeYoung. He looked like he was throwing it to first.
He was going to throw it to first, and it looked like Goldschmidt was just camped on the bag waiting for it. And then he decided to just all flip it and take it the easy way. But Wong's thinking he's going to go to first, and we're going to go in, going back in the dugout.
So that's an error on DeYoung.
Wong can't believe it. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know why DeYoung didn't go to second right off the bat anyway.
You're always taught to take the easy one, aren't you?
Absolutely. Well, can you make it hurt? It's 0-1. Another example of why you just run hard. You never know what can happen.
Yep. These are the ones you want to make them pay for. Some mental errors.
Oh, make it hurt.
DeYoung's still thinking about what he just did.
1-1 to Crawford. Two and 1 to Crawford. Dodgers and Rockies about ready to get started. Arizona and San Diego are underway. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Crawford. Three and 1.
Well, this should be a good pitch to hit.
Yeah, this is one where I can assure you, if Crawford likes it, he's going to lean on it.
I mean, I know you got the righty on deck. You have the matchup, but it's Kevin Pillar who's leading your club in RBI and has a 2-hit night. I'm not sure he's the guy you want to face.
Foul. 3-2.
Well, the runners will be moving here. Something in the gap will score 2.
Lifted into left center field, hit well. Bader back. Bader at the wall. It is out of here. Now tell me about that play at short.
That's how you make it hurt. Nobody feels worse than him right now, but my goodness. Great job by Brandon Crawford in the 3-2 count. It wasn't a fastball. He didn't get a fastball in the 3-1 count either. He got a good cutter. And this one was a slider. Just did a nice job of not pulling the pitch, staying up the middle of the field, elevating that ball. Thought Bader might have had a beat on it. Oh, but just gets it out of the outstretched glove of Bader. 3-run home run. Giants back in the lead.
Here's Pillar. And Pillar takes inside 1-0.
Nice job by Brandon Crawford.
Home run number 11. Base hit.
Shocker.
His third hit, all in the same spot.
This exact same spot on 3 different pitches.
Well, this is going to be it, I believe, for Leone. Nope, might not be. It's Mike Maddox.
Well, he's going to come out and say, hey, kid, did all you could. You should have been out of this inning. Let's go, continue to make pitches. We still have some time to get back in the game.
I mean, wouldn't it be appropriate for him right now to put his hand like that and say, look, this isn't your fault.
Well, he's got DeYoung right there.
It's his fault.
That's as an infield. You can't want to come back in. Do you even want to? I'm going to just stay at your position?
I'm going to go out and I'm going to talk to Ozuna. You know how the outfielders get together? I'm going to hang in there.
Right.
Brothers, how you doing?
That's the last thing you want to do is come into the mound and have to listen to that conversation.
Here's Jalen Davis, 1 for 2, a walk. Had an infield hit in his first major league at bat. I think there's a lot to say about how the analytics tell you you want to see a lot of pitches, you want to take your walks, but then I also would like to see young hitters watch Pilar hit.
Absolutely.
You get a fastball on the first pitch, take a whack at it.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays there's so many breaking balls these pitchers are throwing. It's going to be a lot of times the best pitch you're going to see. Doesn't mean you have to chase, but if it's a strike, let it rip.
In the dirt. The Giants with 12 hits. They had 2 last night. They had 5 on Monday. On the ground sharply, DeYoung has got it, and that's going to end the inning. And a mock cheer from these Cardinal fans. Brandon Crawford hits his 11th. It gives the Giants the lead. It's bye-bye baby. It's 7-4 Giants. Giants with a 7-4 lead. Yadier Molina is going to lead it off against Madison Bumgarner. So he pitched number 92 for Bumgarner. And Molina hits a high fly ball to deep left. Yastrzemski back at the wall. He leaps. It's off the top of the wall. Molina thought he had one, and he's just going to get into second.
He did. He thought he got that one. Although he probably wouldn't have had a triple with his speed, but he made the play at second a lot closer. Ball off the bat. Molina hits it in the air. Yastrzemski back. Molina thinks he has it. You think maybe Yastrzemski has a beat on, almost catches it. This time his jump a little bit. You see right here, it goes up. Oh, it just jumps a little bit too far to the left of the ball. And he's disappointed. Thinks he probably should have caught that.
Edman is doubled, and he is bounced back to the pitcher. So the 4th straight inning, as this is bounced foul, the 4th straight inning, the Cardinals have had an extra base hit to open up the inning.
Yeah, which means you got a runner in scoring position right out of the gate. All 4 innings. The first, well, in the 4th it was a home run. He just jogged past second, but makes the inning a lot more difficult when you have to navigate runner second, nobody out. At least if it's a single, you have a chance for a double play.
One ball and 1 strike.
Talk a lot about the shutdown inning, and you want to keep that momentum back in your dugout. You don't want to give the Cardinals any chance of thinking they can come back in this game. They've been winning a lot of games lately in different ways.
Well, Bumgarner falls behind 2 balls and 1 strike. Bruce Bochy obviously will always give Bumgarner a little more rope than anybody else.
Gustave's been up a couple times. He's ready to go.
Driven to right and hit well and off the top of the wall. This is going to be a triple. Is coming in to score is Molina.
Well, here come the Cardinals again.
And that's the night for Madison Bumgarner.
Hey, you almost felt like Bum was running out of gas this inning. Had to labor through a couple long innings. Last 31 pitches in the 5th. still in line for the win, but he needs some help from his bullpen.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. We'll be back. The Cardinals have a runner at third with nobody out. And there's the new pitcher, Yandel Gustave.
Yeah, and he's on for the 15th time. ERA 2.04, 17 2/3, only 11 hits given up. He's been really tough against right-handed hitters since he's been in the big leagues. They're only batting $132 against him with one extra base hit. And he gets to face a righty.
It's Bader. Bader against Bumgarner was 0 for 2. Belt the only one that's kind of playing in. And a bit high. 1 ball and no strikes. And it's Avad also throwing in the bullpen.
With Gustave, you're going to see 96 to 98 miles an hour with a good slider. Back it up.
Two and 0.
There's the slider, but we need to see a strike now.
See if he gets one here. He does. Right at the top of the strike zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 2, a challenge.
Challenge is right. 96 right down Broadway. Bader couldn't catch up to it. Believe it or not, Gustave doesn't have a ton of strikeouts. He's only got 10 strikeouts on the year, but he does get ground balls. And I think as he gets command of his breaking ball, the strikeouts are going to get more and more.
So full count. Matt Carpenter has grabbed a bat. He's on deck. And a pop-up headed our way, but just shy of us. It stays at 3 and 2. Three and 2. Yastrzemski coming in. He'll make the catch. Here's his throw home. It's offline, and it's a sacrifice fly for Bader. And now it's a 1-run game.
Yeah, I'd trade it out for a run in this situation. I know it's 1 run closer, 7-6 game, but at this point you just want to keep the lead and get your team back in the dugout before they have to flip the lineup over again.
So it's not going to be Carpenter. It's going to be Ravello. See the numbers for Ravello. Four for 22 as he fouls it back.
Six runs now will be charged to Bum. It's the most he's given up since early June in LA.
Ball and 1 strike. down the right field line. That's going to be out of play. Base hit, left field.
Well, that's a mistake. 2-strike pitch. Missed his spot, trying to go away. Buster set up out over the away, and he misses on the inside corner. Missed his spot by a good 1.5 feet right there.
So here's Fowler. There's only 1 out, 3 hits in the inning. Fowler looks at a strike. Just off the plate to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Missed again, almost in the same spot, 2-1.
That was a good backdoor slider, just didn't come back far enough to catch the corner.
There's a strike, 2-2. Ravello at first. 2 runs in. And the 2-2 pitch coming up to Fowler. On the ground. Joseph kicks it. Not in time. I don't know, it looked like they may have had him.
It looked like they were going to have no problem as soon as he got to the ball, and then he kind of wound up and took his time to throw it over. Then it looks like he got in there. Was he just charging right there to get the out at first, or was he thinking he had a shot at second base?
I think he was going to try to get the out at first. He might have looked up just a little bit. So it'll be an error. Abad's going to come in. This is one of those games, folks. It's 7-6, and we'll all kinds of activity going on, including Fernando Abad taking his warm-up pitches before he faces Colton Wong. Here's how close it was, and probably not enough here to overturn this call.
Yeah, I mean, he has to touch leather, be in the back of the glove or touch leather, and it was so close. I think if they review it, it's not enough to overturn. The call on the field was safe, and they probably would have stuck with it.
So here's Wong. The Giants have Mr. Rogers in the bullpen getting loose. And that would be for Goldschmidt. Inside to Colton Wong. He singled in the 5th inning.
Yeah, that's what you're going to see at this time of year. You're going to see matchups galore because you have plenty of arms down in the bullpen.
And that time he gets the call.
Good two-seamer. He's got a lot of movement for a left-hander that throws as hard as he does. Got good sink to his fastball. Got a curveball to go with it, as does Abad.
Jam shot. And they'll get the out at first.
Almost the same play as he just had. Fowler, a little bit easier play.
Here comes Bruce Bochy. And now we're going to have a double switch. Who made the last out?
Jalen Davis.
Davis made the last out. Laz Diaz is waving his hat as Rogers is coming in. So we're going to take a break. Looks like Slater is coming in as well. It's 7-6 with Goldschmidt coming up. Tyler Rogers is going to come in, and he's going to face Paul Goldschmidt.
Yes, he is. He's on for the 5th time this year. See the low ERA, 2 hits, only 4 1/3 innings pitched, and he did face Paul Goldschmidt on Monday night. And he walked Paul Goldschmidt. And after that, he started the deal. Retired the next 3 batters. He will be in here against the next 3 batters if it gets to that. Hopefully he can get it. Goldschmidt got a base to work with, but definitely not going to try to walk him.
Driven to right. Slater's not going to get there. It's going to knock in 2 runs. Goldschmidt has done it again. He's got 4 RBIs.
Well, maybe he should have walked him. A safer bet. He wasn't wasting any time. I think it helped that he faced him the other night. Picked up the release point a little bit better in this at bat. Wasn't. See Rogers, middle in. Goldschmidt serves it the other way, stays inside the ball, and drives it to right center. Dugout loves it. Wainwright on the top step.
Here's Ozuna.
Would you say it's just one of those nights?
This probably isn't going to be the final score either, but my goodness.
Slightly different game than we saw last night.
One and 2. On the ground to third. Longoria charging. And that'll end the inning. A 4-run 6th inning. 8-7 Cardinals.
Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. On to pitch for the Cardinals. Making his 56th appearance, John Gant. You see the 10 wins. That's first in the National League amongst relievers. Low ERA. Less hits than innings pitched. He's a sinker ball guy. He's got all pitches, though, but you're going to see 95, 96, two-seam movement. You're going to see a curveball that he just dropped in there for strike 1. You're going to see a cutter and a changeup.
2 strikes to Corbin Joseph. then Slater, then Yastrzemski. Popped up and out of play. Slater, Joseph has hit the ball hard 3 times in this game. Out of play. Again, down the left field line and out of play. So Joseph getting some pitches out of John Gant.
The Vulture, John
The
Gant.
Vulture, yep.
10 wins.
Got him.
That's the changeup. Down and away. That's a good pitch. Corbin Joseph's going to go look at that and see that ball was right on the corner. Yeah, perfect pitch. Down and away. Nothing you can do with that, even if you swing, other than foul it off.
Slater hitting for the first time. And he takes a breaking ball for a strike. Shades of Adam Wainwright and even yesterday Mr. Flaherty.
Yep, first pitch breaking ball, just drop it in there. Great weapon to have. Steal a strike.
Picked up his 10th win on Monday. On Labor Day, threw a lot of curveballs. Swing and a miss, 1-2. I thought he was going to ring him up.
I did too. That's a tough pitch at 98 at the knees, right on the corner. That could have gone either way. Slater gets to see another pitch.
On the ground to second. Wong will make the play. And here's Yastrzemski. Hit his 19th home run in the 3rd. He's 1 for 3. Down the right field line and a fair ball. Barehanded by Fowler. And Buster Posey's going to hit with Yastrzemski at second base.
Well, that's being a student of the game right there, Mike Yastrzemski. And we talked about Gant stealing that first pitch strike with the curveball. Well, he went up and looked for it and got it and drilled it down the right field line. Great job of hitting right there. He's paying attention to what's going on the bench and in the on-deck circle.
Buster's got 3 singles tonight. Inside corner, no balls and 1 strike.
Buster with another opportunity, a giant hitter with a runner in scoring position. We're 4 for 11 tonight. Done a pretty good job in these situations.
Knocked down by Yadier Molina. It's a ball and a strike. Belt watching from the on-deck circle. High and foul. It's 1-2.
Buster going to have to battle now with 2 strikes to drive this run in. He's so good at going the other way with 2. Gant leaves one out over the outside part of the plate. Poke it into right field.
One and two.
Well, Gant knew that and tried to lock him up inside.
Two and two to Buster Posey.
Changeup missed his spot. Molina wanted it down and away. He leaves it down and in. Almost gets a strike out of it.
Well, he's got a base to play with.
He just pull something out of his back pocket and look at it.
You're allowed, aren't you?
Yes. You don't see pitchers do that very often. Oh, a scouting report of a hitter out of your pocket. 3-2 count.
Number one.
Oh, nice at bat by Buster.
Did that start out 0-2?
Well, it started out 1-2, and then he had to take some pretty tough pitches.
So that's it for Gant. Miller's going to come in. The situation, tying run at second, potential lead run at first. Belt coming up. Bochy was honored, as he has been in almost every park, on the second to the last game or the last game. And the Cardinals very graciously helped stock Mr. Bochy's wine cellar. And it's always very appreciative of us to see other teams acknowledge Bruce Bochy.
Absolutely, as you should be.
And we know the teams that didn't.
Yes, we do.
And
they were early in the year.
That would be the Nationals and the Pirates. They forgot. Here's Joey Rickard pinch hitting for Belt, and the first pitch is outside for a ball.
Maybe they thought they'd see him in the playoffs.
Good point. 1 ball and no strikes. Yastrzemski at second, Posey at first, Rickard waiting on Miller. 2-0. Miller not happy as he snaps at the ball as he gets it back from Yadier Molina. And this might be the pitch that Rickard likes. And it's going to stay in the park to Ozuna. Side retired. Shutdown inning. It remains.
For checking. We pay you. And by Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV.
Bottom of the 7th, it's 8-7 St. Louis. Rogers stays out to face DeYoung. Slater moves to first. Yastrzemski goes to right. Rickard stays in the game and left. DeYoung is 1 for 3. Crawford can't grab it. It's a base hit. So one pitch and a line drive for DeYoung, and here's Molina. Molina doubled in the 6th.
These are the same guys that Rogers faced on Monday night. Goldschmidt, Ozuna, DeYoung, and Molina had a little bit better success with them then. They all hit ground balls, but tonight Goldschmidt elevated one, and then you saw DeYoung get one in the air, line drive. DeYoung, I should say.
And Molina takes down low. DeYoung has 6 steals. He's been thrown out 5 times.
Well, they know with Molina's speed and the fact that he was able to get a ground ball from him out of him on Monday night, trying to keep DeYoung close to the bag to get that double play. With Rogers' delivery, it slows him up a little bit to the plate.
So 2-0 to Molina. There's a strike.
Rogers does slide step to speed it up a little bit, but because he has to drop down, it takes a little bit longer for him to release the baseball.
It looked like Molina was going to swing no matter what.
He set the bat on his shoulder. Did it again. He doesn't think Rogers can throw a strike when he needs to or wants to. He'll be swinging now.
Runner goes, hit out into right center field. Pilar on the move. Can he get there? He does. And then he hustles it back in.
Well, you're wondering if he was going to get there. The ball just kept slicing away from him. He was able to run it down. The ball off the bat of Molina, slice. Anytime a right-hander hits the ball to right field, and usually slices away from the center fielder. Pilar had to run a little further than he thought originally. Got on his horse, made it look easy.
Edman is 2 for 3, 2 extra base hits. And he takes low. is a switch hitter. His 2 extra base hits came against Madison Bumgarner.
He's had 3 hits in the series. They've all been extra base hits, 2 doubles and a triple.
Jam shot roller. Crawford will grab it in front of Joseph. And they get the out. And on the play, DeYoung goes to second. So here's Bader. Foul back. Bader had both cheeks into that one, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Popped up into shallow center field. Crawford going out. He says, I got it, and he does. And that'll end the inning. So no damage done as we head to the 8th. It'll be Longoria, Crawford, and Pilar. TV calendar is brought to you by Wendy's. Tomorrow, day game back in the Bay Area. It'll be on at 10 a.m. Pregame live will be at 9. And then Friday night in LA, NBC Bay Area, KNTV, Giants Television Network. And that game will be on at 7. And then Saturday and Sunday back on NBC Sports Bay Area. Here's Miller to face Longoria, and a call strike. Longoria is 1 for 4. Crawford, and then Pilar.
Longoria 3 for 14 lifetime against Andrew Miller. A couple walks and a few strikeouts. Seen each other a few times over the years in the American League.
That's the one he liked. It's 2-2.
Yeah, with Miller, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a fastball or a slider, one of the two. That's pretty much all he throws, 94, 95 mile-an-hour fastballs. For a while there, he was one of the best relievers in all of baseball. He was unhittable at times with that slider.
Ripped into the gap. It's going to be a base hit. As Bader just grabbed it before it got by him, and that's a leadoff single. And here's Crawford.
Another base runner for the Giants. It's not been a clean inning for the Cardinals pitching all night, but they've done a nice job of damage control.
Crawford a 3-run home run in the 6th. Sixth inning was big for both clubs. The Giants scored 3 times. The Cardinals came back and scored 4 times.
Both teams benefited from an error. They made either team pay. Crawford hit the big home run in the 6th after the DeYoung error.
Their cheap drive of the game. This is what it looked like. Bader leaped for it, and he came up just a little shy, and that gave the Giants a 3-run lead. Short-lived.
Short-lived until the bottom of the 6th, and they capitalized on a Corbin Joseph error for 4 runs.
The 2-1. Here it is to Crawford. Out of play, 2-2. Crawford on the ground, foul. Right past Augie Aguasil, and we'll do it again. It's 2-2.
Once again, you see the Miller slider. And for a time there, that slider was almost unhittable, and he was just death to left-handed batters when he did throw that slider. But righties actually hit him worse than left-handers now.
Crawford says, "Get out of my kitchen." It stays at 2-2. Again out of play. So we've got a pretty good battle going on right now, and it looks like Brandon Crawford is in the swing mode.
Yes, he is. Now he just needs a mistake. Hit a good slider for that 3-run home run off of Leone to center field. See if you can get a hanging slider for Miller.
Right back to where it came from. Not in time. Crawford beats it out.
Good hustle down the line. Miller did everything he could do to get the double play. Crawford was busting out of the box.
So with Pilar coming up, the Cardinals are going to make a pitching change. It looks like it's going to be a double shift. So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. We'll be back. 8-7 lead for the Cardinals. Cardinals have brought in a new pitcher. It's Giovanni Gallegos.
Yeah, Giovanni Gallegos is on for the 55th time this year. 3-1 with a 2.19 hits per innings. Very solid. More than a strikeout an inning. Opponent average against. Very good. Matter of fact, it's second best in the National League. His ERA is third best in the National League. So I'd say he's having a pretty solid year.
And it'll be Pilar.
Although he did give up a home run on Monday night to Mauricio Dubon.
Yes, he did. We're waiting on a ball that got out of the Giants bullpen, or it got out of the stands, one or the other.
Well, it's in the stands now.
Pilar is 3 for 4. First pitch swinging. No balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think all 3 hits have been on the first pitch tonight, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another first pitch swing.
And something other than a fastball. High drive to left. Osuna back. Out of here. Pilar's 4th hit gives the Giants the lead. And that's home run for Pilar. number 21.
And that was the fastball from Gallegos. He did not miss it. Ball was crushed.
And the hitter is going to be Shaw.
Well, here's the pitch by Gallegos. Got him to swing at a first pitch breaking ball. Then he throws a fastball right down Broadway at 93. Put it on a tee for Kevin Pillar. He knows he got it. With the hop. That's a good 10 rows back beyond the bullpen. That ball's scalded.
Here's Shaw. And Shaw takes high. 1 ball and no strikes. See Shaw's numbers. 28 home runs in the minor leagues this year as he swings and misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. He made some adjustments. Didn't strike out as much. And really had a nice year. He's back here. 8th career game with 4 hits.
4th this season. So half of his career, or half of his hits.
1 and 2. He loves the National League.
Yeah, half of his 4-hit games have been in 1 season. I think he'd like to stay in this league.
I think he'd like to stay right here. It's 1 and 2 to Shaw. The only fastballs that Shaw has seen have been out of the strike zone.
Show me fastball to get to the break and stuff. I think everybody knows that Shaw can hit a heater.
Foul back. He got one right down Broadway, and it stays at 2 and 2.
Yeah, those are the ones you don't want to miss when you're coming off the bench.
No.
Because these are the situations he's going to have in the month of September, coming off the bench, trying to provide some power, usually against a tough reliever. And it's just under that 92-mile-an-hour fastball.
Got him.
That's why you can't miss it, the fastball.
That is exactly right. Do not miss your pitch.
People are talking about it in the dugout.
Here's Corbin Joseph. 1 for 4. And a breaking ball for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He's got every reason to smile. Heck of a night. Put his team up by 1.
Very high at 94. Swing and a miss. 2 and 2.
It's almost as if Gallego just likes to show the fastball to get to the off speed. Pitching backwards.
On the ground, it'll be DeYoung who cuts it off and throws him out. Kevin Pillar knocks one out of the park. It's bye-bye, baby. And the Giants take the lead. It's 9-8. Cardinals are coming up. 8 lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Now it's going to be Tony Watson here. Try to get the hold. 60th game this year. He's 2-2 at the 4.39, but he's been really good as of late. The last 7 games, he's been much better. 2.7 ERA. Yeah, a little rough patch there, but he's found it. He's back.
Facing Carpenter. Giants would like to get the leadoff hitter out. 5 straight innings in a row. The Cardinals have gotten their leadoff hitter on. Two and 0.
Yeah, it makes it a lot more difficult when that leadoff guy gets on.
Yeah, just automatically puts the pressure on you.
Yeah.
And right at the top of the strike zone.
There's really only been 2 clean innings all night. 1, 2, 3 in the first and the second for Bumgarner. Other than that, every single inning, there's been traffic on the bases.
Base hit. Ricker's got to get to it quickly. And he does. 6 straight innings. So Carpenter will be pinch run for. Munoz is going to run for him.
Well, September baseball. Pinch runners, a lot of pitching changes. Bullpens are loaded. Next year, that may not be the case, though. We're talking about a 28-man roster in September.
Oh, no, I think it's done.
It's going to happen for sure. 26 for the year and then 28 in September.
Here's Fowler. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. Fowler's 1 for 4. Takes in tight. Crawford. Joseph looking for a double play ball. This is not going to be a double play ball, but they'll get the out at first.
Not hit quite hard enough for a double play. Trying to want to get the double play right there. You don't want to face Paul Goldschmidt, who's had a great night tonight. But I think that'll be unavoidable unless Wong lines out for double play, but probably going to end up seeing Goldschmidt this inning.
Wong has a couple of hits. Bunts this one. Watson. Not in time. Watson hoping, just hoping that he tagged Colton Wong.
That was his only chance. Nobody at first base.
Well, they're going to look at it.
Yeah, does he get him? Yeah, it looks like he got him right on the left pocket.
They got him on the pocket, but was he on the bag? Got him there. He did.
Is the oven mitt part of the uniform? I wonder if it is. It's got to be, right? I mean, it looked like he got him on the pocket, but yeah.
And there's no cheering here.
That's a nice play by Tony Watson. I mean, that's the only play he did have. There was nobody at first base. He just had to beat him up the line, or at least cut him off on up the line. Yeah, he got him.
And that replay review was presented by Xfinity. The thing I like about Watson is he doesn't make a big deal out of anything.
No, right?
I mean, guys would have been doing somersaults. Not him. He goes up to the mound to try to get the next out.
I think he knew he got him, but like you said, he didn't make a big deal about it. He's like, oh, they'll figure it out. They got a guy in the... Sean Dunston's back there checking it out. He'll see that I got him on the pocket. I need to focus on getting Paul Goldschmidt out. No, he's not going to have a chance to.
Well, maybe this is a conference. Who knows?
Well, you know what? It might be a conference to see if you want to pitch to him or not.
You want to pitch to him. You want to pitch to Ozuna. The at-bats, Goldschmidt's had 6 lifetime at-bats with 2 hits against Goldschmidt. Ozuna is 1 for 1. Now, you walk Goldschmidt. If you do that, that's unusual because you're walking the potential tying run or a lead run.
Right. I think that's what they're trying to discuss. Well, actually, Tony Watson's leaving the mound, so they're making a change.
It's a 1-run lead for the Giants with 2 outs. And the tying run at third, that's Munoz, and there's Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith on for the 57th time this year, 5-0 record, 2.97 ERA, 30 saves, 34 opportunities. Been touched up a little bit as of late. His last 5 appearances, he has about an 8 ERA, so he's looking to get back on track. Here's how he's going to try to get Paul Goldschmidt out. Fastball, slider, curveball, and an occasional changeup, but mainly fastball, slider.
There's the matchup, Smith against Goldschmidt. See if Will Smith goes with a first pitch curveball.
Be wise.
First pitch fastball, 1 ball and no strikes.
Or a first pitch fastball that doesn't get called a strike. Looks like a pretty good pitch.
2 for 6. Those are the numbers for
That's
Goldschmidt against Smith. There's the pitch Sean's talking about.
Right at the top of the zone.
Right on the inside corner. Foul. 1-2. Sometimes big league hitters these days with the baseball sound like they're hitting a cue ball.
Will Smith been trying to work him inside. 3 fastballs he's attempted to throw inside. Let's see if he goes back foot slider or sticks with the heater here. That was close. That's a tough take with 2 strikes. Goldschmidt's got a great eye, but that ball just drops below the zone. Maybe an inch.
3-2.
Well, the way that Goldschmidt's been taking these fastballs, I mean, that's 6 straight fastballs. 5 straight fastballs, I should say. I wonder if he's sitting on something soft. Just makes you wonder.
Three-two pitch. Got him. Will Smith comes through, and the Giants hang on to a 1-run lead as we go to the 9th. It's a 9-8 lead, 9th inning. Gallegos back out there to face Slater, who bounced out to second in his only at bat. No balls and 1 strike. Same spot, 0-2.
You talked about earlier how well this Cardinal team's been playing. They've 20-5 in their last 25. A big reason has been because of the bullpen. The bullpen's 8-0 with a 2.32 in those 25 games, which is best in the major leagues. But tonight, not as good as they've been, giving up 6 runs.
Up the middle, on the ground. To Young. 1 out.
Pilar's home run, StatCast, launch angle 29 degrees, 107 off the bat. 440 feet, is furthest of the year. And he knew it.
Munoz, who came in to pinch run, is now at third. Here's Yastrzemski. Home run and a double. And the pitch is low. There's a strike.
I think Bruce Bochy and company would be okay with an add-on run here. Not that Will Smith can't get this 1-run save, but it makes everybody's breathe a little bit easier. Got Ozuna to Young and Molina coming up in the 9th.
Two-one pitch. 2-2.
I think Mike would like to have that one back.
Got him. Two outs. Here's Buster. Buster's been on base 4 times in tonight's game. 3 singles and a walk. Fouls it back. He'd like to get Rickard to the plate because he's on deck.
And Buster 3 singles on the night. Sprayed the ball all over the field. Taking his hits the other way when necessary.
The 1-1 to Buster. Tap foul, 1-2.
I think Gallegos will be okay when the Giants leave town. He's been so good since the All-Star break. 1.29 ERA since the All-Star break. Giants have tagged him for 2 home runs in this series. 3 total runs. Big take by Buster. Nasty slider down and away.
So Buster gets it to 3-2. And the walk. He's been on base 5 times.
And he's seeing that breaking ball tonight. He's picking that up. He hasn't been biting a lot on that slider down and away. And he gets Rickard up.
Maddox going to do the fatherly talk.
I heard he does the hand on the shoulder because he wants to see how tense the pitchers are.
Yeah. That sounds kind of good.
I always wonder why the only pitching coach that comes out always sets his hand on the top of the shoulder of the pitcher, and I've heard it's because he wants to see. You can tell if he says you can tell if a pitcher's tight or if he's tense by his trap tightness.
That's kind of good.
I'm not sure if I'm buying it.
Here's Rickard. The ball's in 1 strike. Faced Miller in the 7th with runners at 1st and 2nd when he pinch hit for Belt, and he hit a fly ball to left. Drops the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-2. One and two. And the 1-2, here it is. He got him, and that'll end the inning. Bottom of the 9th coming up.
Going to the bottom of the 9th inning. Giants lead 9-8. Will Smith on to try to get the final 3 outs of this ball game. Gonna have to do it by facing Ozuna, DeYoung, and Molina. Aramis Garcia now at first base in for Slater. It's the only change on defense.
So Ozuna's going to lead things off.
This would be a good inning to get the leadoff hitter out. They haven't done it in a while.
Ozuna is 0 for 4. pitch. 2 balls and no strikes. This should be a strike. And it is, and it's fouled at the plate.
And it's a slider. Ozuna sitting heater, as he should, 2-0. In case you get it, you don't want to miss it. Will Smith doing a nice job making a perfect pitch down and in. It makes these 1-run saves so difficult. One swing in the bat can make a difference. You've got to be perfect.
Up the middle. And the throw. Got him.
Nice play.
Joseph with the play. 4-3 on the putout. 37 players have been used tonight.
That's a lot. Corbin Joseph going to his backhand all the way at shortstop and has to make the long throw across the diamond, usually where the shortstop makes the throw.
Yeah, that's
not an easy play, huh?
When we used to overshift when I was playing, and we didn't do it very often. That's what I worried about. There's a reason why I was playing second, not short, because of that throw. DeYoung breaks his bat and hammers it foul. At least it sounded like he did.
We got in the kitchen, not going back to the bat rack, so. It's probably why Corbin Joseph's at second base too, because of his arm.
Yeah, there's a reason why guys that play second are at second. It was determined early in their careers that that's where you need to be, kid. Got him.
Great pitch. Back foot slider's just been so big for Will Smith this year. Can throw it at will, right when he wants, right where he wants to. A 2-strike count. Looks like a fastball out of his hand and just disappears in the back foot of the right-handed batter. Seen so many swing and misses right over the top of that pitch all year.
Here's Molina. Cued off the end of the bat, foul. And it's a ball and a strike.
It's such a huge advantage for a pitcher. We saw it with Wainwright in the first game. We saw it with Fleury last night. Just the ability to command your breaking pitches. Throw them whenever. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. Knowing you can throw it for a strike and a ball when you need to.
Pretty good pitch, but it's low and away.
You really just want to stay away from one pitch here to Molina. He only has 8 home runs, but the middle end is where he can do some damage.
Yeah, he's had 4 in the last week. Three and 1.
Well, you can see where Will Smith's pitching him. He's definitely staying away, staying out of that middle in zone. And Molina's looking to do one thing right now ahead in the count. He's looking to leave the yard. So you just don't want to give in to that location.
Foul down the right field line and out of play. It's 3 and 2. Molina asking Jensen Bisconte, the home plate umpire, if that was a strike.
I don't think it was, but it is now.
3-2. And the walk.
Well, now you got to mess with Martinez here, who's got a lot of power.
So is that O'Neill they announced is running for Molina? So add 2 more players to the mix. Now almost 40 players in this game. So Martinez, as Sean said, he does have lots of power, so you got to be careful. He's faced Will Smith only 1 time, and he's 0 for 1.
Oh. You're like...
No balls and 1 strike.
This guy's going to take a rip. Right on the corner inside, first pitch.
But for him, that's not in the corner. That's right down the middle of the plate because of how far off he is.
He is way off the dish. He's looking to do one thing, and that's end this game. He's even backed off further now.
Oh, and 2.
I was thinking that if you're going to come inside, throw that curveball or that slider down and in. So at least something that looks like he's going to come into his wheelhouse. It's moving. I have to imagine he's going to see the same pitch, but a little bit lower.
No, he's got 3 or 4 pitches to do that. It's 0 and 2. Keep an eye on O'Neill. He represents the potential tying run.
This may be the time that they do it. Thinking they might see a breaking ball in the dirt.
See Bruce Bochy really going through some signs to Buster Posey. You don't see too many pitch outs these days. That time Martinez not swinging 1 and 2.
Well, the question is, do you mess around with a fastball above the strike zone here to get back to the breaking ball, or do you just stick with the breaking ball down and in? Like that one just squirted out, kind of slipped. Either that or he overthrew it a little bit.
Two and 2. Here's his shot. Maybe go one more time down and in. Three and 2.
He did. Well, do you do it again? You do it again. I think you got to go with your best pitch here.
Well, they did it with Goldschmidt, and he got Goldschmidt to swing.
Martinez wants to swing the bat. Trust me. I think you got to prey off his aggressiveness here and throw that back foot slider again.
Fouls it at the plate. And another 3-2 pitch coming up to Martinez with O'Neill on the move. Foul again. And he's staying with that same pitch.
Yeah, he's shaking off to get to it as well. Buster wanted the fastball away. He shook to the slider. Now at this point with Martinez, he's seen so many sliders that if you do make a mistake with one, he may be on it. This may be the time you go heater away, lock him up. Well, going back to the slider.
Pitch number 27. As that shoots to the backstop. So Molina draws a walk. Martinez draws a walk. And here's Bader.
Well, now one swing of the bat could tie the game. You also have to worry about Bader's speed. Puts a little bit more pressure on the defense on a ground ball. Well, there's another runner. There's another player used to add.
So Flaherty's going to pinch run.
Last night's pitcher. Starting pitcher.
Yep, if you're on the infield, you know you got to speed it up with Bader. Got him in, 0-1.
First matchup between these two. Bader's never seen Will Smith.
Well, he just saw his best pitch.
He sure did. He's probably going to see a couple more of them.
Oh, 2. The next pitch for Smith will be number 30.
Which means it could affect tomorrow. Well, you're trying to win this game right now. He's way ahead, and he was 0-2 on Martinez and walked him. So let's see if he can get Bader to chase.
Got him, and that's the ball game. He came in with another slider. Bader saw 3 of them, and the Giants are going to walk off the field with a really nice win, considering this was a back-and-forth game, and the way the Cardinals are set up, they usually win those games, but not tonight.
Not tonight. The Giants have been pretty good this year in one-run games, but wow, what a back-and-forth game. A lot of action on the bases. Starting pitchers, well, more like an opener for the Cardinals. Bum didn't pitch his best game, but the bullpen did a tremendous job tonight for the Giants.
Bullpen did a good job, and the offense did a good job against the Cardinals bullpen. So, all in all, the Giants pick up a win. They get a little closer to 2,000 for Bruce Bochy. Final score, Giants 9, Cardinals 8. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Giants postgame live, presented by Toyota, starts right now.